Another news tonight, an Amherst man lost his guns after state police said he was too dangerous to have a permit. But it turns out this was all a big mistake. News 4's Rachel Kingston is following this developing story tonight. Rachel?
On News 4 at 5 and 6, Al Vaughters told you about David, whose pistol permit was revoked under the New York SAFE Act's mental health provision. Now, the county clerk tells us investigators screwed up, fessed up, and this whole episode, he says, shows that there are inherent flaws in the law.
Today, we all look like fools.
David, a 34-year-old college librarian, recently had his pistol permit taken away. Erie County's licensing officer, Supreme Court Justice William Bowler, was following a recommendation from state police that David's permit be revoked because in the past he used anti-anxiety medication. But then, just before the close of business Wednesday, Erie County Clerk Chris Jacobs received a voicemail from state police in Albany saying it was all a mistake. They had the wrong man.
Now we find out that state police and the Division of Criminal Justice in Albany got it wrong. They did not do their due diligence. They did not appropriately and fully investigate this to make sure it was the right person. And now we have to quickly act to reinstate that right.
The New York SAFE Act requires mental health providers to report to the state when a permit holder or someone trying to get a pistol permit is receiving treatment. Jacobs believes David's case shows there is a serious flaw in that part of the law.
If you try to read the legislation on the mental health provision and how this is supposed to work, it doesn't look like it's going to work on paper, and now we know it really doesn't work. And, you know, as a result, in this case, we had somebody who was, I think, probably embarrassed. Name was dragged out in public. They were deprived of their property and their rights here.
Due process should come before the suspension. That's where due process comes in. Before your rights are taken, due process must occur. That's our constitutional right, not the reverse.
Jacobs is meeting with Judge Bowler tomorrow. Most likely, Jacobs says, Judge Bowler will remove the suspension and David will be able to retrieve his pistols from Amherst police. In the newsroom, Rachel Kingston, News 4.